Hi team, I'm Jodie Finnegan and I am a studio instructor and personal trainer at Leisure World Colchester. Today I've got a lovely strength circuit for you to have a go at. But before we get onto that, a couple of things I want to mention. Can you get hold of a skipping rope? Great piece of cardio equipment and we can do lots of things with this. So if you can, see if you can get hold of a skipping rope. Length of the skipping rope should be, when you stand on your skipping rope with your feet together, then the ends of the skipping rope should be roughly up to your armpits, just as a tip. So this is a speed rope and it's adjustable, so they're really good. They have little adjustments here so you can make things longer or shorter if need be. The other bit of kit that's really handy and is not very expensive, okay, are bands, resistance bands. So this is a pull-up band, so it's a complete loop. These are great for doing some hamstring work, some step outs, pulls or anything like that really. And this is a physio band, all right, a little bit more versatile. Again, you want to go for a band resistance that's around a medium to a heavy if you're a little bit more advanced. For today's workout, you're going to need three things. You're going to need to use your settee or a chair. You're also going to need a heavy rucksack. All right, if you have dumbbells or kettlebells, you may not necessarily need this, but have a look at the workout anyway and you'll make your assessment. So I've just filled this up with a load of books. Okay, it's about 10 kilos, my bag. So you can make that as heavy or as light as you want. And then the last thing you're going to need is these kind of bowls, okay, with handles. All right, so fill them up with water. All right, you probably don't need anything heavier than that. All right, but if you want a real challenge, sandstones obviously will make things heavier for you. So that's what you're going to need for today's workout. So I'm going to run through these movements with you now. First exercise is going to be a dip, tricep dips. So I want you to go super slow on these ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit on our chair, we're going to lift our bottom off of our chair, our hands are just outside of our butt, fingers pointing down. We're going to keep the back close to the chair the whole time, not going too low, so 90-degree bend at the arms, and then coming up but not snapping your arms out, not locking them out. Make sure that you can feel your chair brushing your back on the way down and on the way up. So what I mean by that is that we're not starting to move away and lift our hips as we get tired. Keep close. If you find that's too easy, this is when the weighted rucksack comes into its own. Pop it over the front of you. Okay, it gets in your way a little bit, but it's doable. All right. It's a great tool for these dips. All right. So I want you to go as slowly as you can on those. You're only going to be doing 10 repetitions. Then we're going to move into an elevated split squat. For this, again, a dumbbell, a kettlebell, or you can use your rucksack. You're going to place the rucksack or your weight on the same side as your working leg. You're going to stick your foot, so the lace part of your trainer, onto your chair. Make sure that you're not too close. Take a big step in front of you. We want to make sure that this knee tracks your toes. If you're using your rucksack, hold the top handle, I hope it's got one. Pop it around the side, keep the arm tight to the body, and the other hand on the hip or out to the side. And then we're lunging, knee just past the crease, or the butt just past the crease of the knee, and then we're pushing all the way up to the top, keeping a slight bend to the knee on that working leg. Check the alignment of your knee. Make sure it's tracking the second and third toe. Things to make sure that you're not doing, guys, is shifting back. All right, we want to keep your weight on this working leg. So if this is a new exercise for you, then you might find that do this without any weight at all might be more advisable. Again, you're going to do 10 reps on each side, but if it's too much, reduce those reps down. Okay, maybe aim for 5. Right, that's your next exercise. Then we're going to move on to arm raises. This is where we need our bottles. So with your feet hip width apart, you're going to take your arms out to the side and then back in. Out to the side and back in. Okay, so if you know that filling these up with water is not going to be heavy enough for you, then start finding some stones and fill them up. That will make it a good 5 to 8 kilos maybe, or more, depending on how big those bottles are. 10 repetitions of that as well. Everything's 10. Then we're moving into tempo glute bridge raises. So for this one, you're not going to require any weight other than your own. You're going to take a seat on the floor, pop your heels onto your chair, okay, so that your hips are directly in line with your knees. From there, you can either do both feet at the same time, and the tempo is going to be quick, hold for 2 and down for 5. So it's 0, 2, 5. 0 being up, 2 being your hold, and 5 being your lower. I want you to count 5 Mississippis. If you're doing one leg, just lift the other foot. So we go up, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5, and then repeat. So 10 repetitions on that, on each leg. And then your last exercise is a Spider-Man press up. This is pretty challenging, so you might want to start off on your knees past your hips. Okay, from there, come down and create a diamond shape. So your thumb and your finger touches. From there, you're going to bring one arm to extension, then the other arm to extension, then the forearm and then the forearm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Your next challenge is try both at the same time. Make sure that your shoulder and your elbow are in line. Now, if that's quite easy, you can then try maybe on your toes, but I would start alternating your arms first. Make sure you're pushing up with different sides, so maybe right on one side, left on the other. And then your ultimate challenge is both arms at the same time. That's pretty challenging. All right, so you're going to do 10 repetitions. Just make sure for those, the key points are elbows and shoulders in line, and make sure your back is nice and flat so that you're not lifting your butt up first. Okay, your body rises as one and lowers as one. Trying to keep your hips as still as you can. So if you are on your toes, make sure you're squeezing your thighs, your bottom, your core, make everything really solid so we're not wiggling about. So 10 repetitions of each of those exercises. So you've got your dips, remember nice and slow. You've got your elevated split squats, okay, 10 on each leg, or reduce it down to 5 if 10's too much, with or without a load. 10 arm raises with those handmade weights. If you've got weights at home, guys, obviously please feel free to use dumbbells or kettlebells for those. You then got your 10 tempo glute bridge raises. So either both feet on your chair or you're doing one on a tempo of 0 to 5. So quick, hold my 2 Mississippis, down 5 Mississippis. Then finishing with 10 Spider-Man press ups. So you're going to do each of those exercises 5 times. So you're going to end up accruing 50 repetitions of each of those exercises today. All right, that is your workout today. A little bit of strength for you. I hope you enjoy it. Stay safe, stay well, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.